I'm live. Hello, hello. BanDana Gramma here in my kitchen. And I'm just waiting to see who all's coming in before I get into the meat of what I wanted to say. I have a thank you for a little 7-year-old girl today. And I'll tell you that story when I get a few people showing up. There's Erin. Hello, Erin. I'm doing well, thank you. Hi, Laura. What time is it? It's about 3:35. Hi, Allison. Glad you could make it. Hey, Alice. Brenda, good afternoon. Well, oh dear. That was a long one. I don't know what that was. Okay, happy to be here. I'm glad you're here too, Allison. It's been a while. I think you said you had trouble with my notifications. Well, I'm glad you're back. I missed you. Well, some of you know that I went to the Homesteaders of America conference this past weekend. Had a good old time. Hi, JD. And while I was there, I met up with a lot of YouTube friends that I never met in person before. Hello, Heather. And one of those was Sherry from Two Family Homestead. Now, you may know Two Family Homestead. They're on a lot of the different live streams. And they do a live stream show on Monday nights where they interview different homesteaders or people. I think they're mostly homesteaders, but anyway, they interview people on Monday nights. It's always interesting. And on Tuesdays, Daryl does a teaching class on using the Filmora editor for YouTube videos or any kind of videos, mostly because YouTube was doing away with the YouTube editor and people were concerned, and he used Filmora and thought it was a good one, so he's teaching that. So I attend both those, and Sherry and I think have become pretty good friends. I think the world of her. And she has a granddaughter. And she has two granddaughters. She has two sweet granddaughters, Celia and also, oh, somebody's got a cousin in there. JD's got a cousin, I guess. So, Celia and Kaylee are her granddaughters. And Kaylee took a liking to BanDana Gramma, and she sent me some bandanas before. And one of them was real special because she had hand decorated it, and I wear it and I love it. Well, when Sherry came to the homesteading conference, Kaylee had given Sherry another bandana to give to BanDana Gramma. And it's this one. Will you look at this? This was like a plain white bandana, and Kaylee decorated it. And she knows I love polka dots. And I just love this. I can wear it with so many different things. So I wanted to get on here and thank Kaylee for being so sweet to send BanDana Gramma hand-decorated bandana. I just love it. Yeah, I think it's super cute. I love it. So that's what this box is. That's where BanDana Gramma keeps all her bandanas. And the last one that little Kaylee decorated for me was a white one where she colored in all the paisleys on it. I wear that one a lot too. So, Grizz is here. Lock up the kitties. She also sent me this one. I really love it. And Sherry tells me that Kaylee kept one just like it for herself. So I told her that Kaylee and I can rock those bandanas together. So that's all I wanted to say today, unless somebody else wants to chit-chat about some stuff. I've been working hard, did all garden work yesterday. And pretty soon I'll have one for each day. Oh, that's my sister. Hey, Joj. Yeah, I will have one for each, almost 365 for each day of the year. What I want to do is get a bunch and coordinate them and use them like fabric and make some aprons or maybe a peasant skirt. So, you know, I'm collecting as many as I can get to do that. Your hand looks great. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. Look at, it's doing better. Look at that, it's almost closed. I've been taking moringa too the last few days, and I really think it's helping. So look at this. Ta-da! See, it should do that, and it does this. But if I could just get it to close enough here so it won't spill grain and stuff when I scoop with my hand. And it'll get stronger, but it is doing better. Thank you, Allison. It is doing better. And I'm using it more, which of course is going to make it stronger. For those who don't know, I severed the tendons in my ring finger and had to have surgery to have them reattached. And I couldn't use it for 6 weeks. I had it immobilized, so it got real weak, and I'm getting it back. And I can move the finger. See, that ring finger was the one that was messed up, and it was floppy, and it wouldn't move. And it's moving. Hi! So I'm happy about that. All right. Let's see. Your hand looks great. Yeah, it's coming along. Hey, Jerry's here. My blind mama's messy kitchen. Glad to have you here, Jerry. Glad you can make my live stream. Your orange flowers on your vid were pretty. Yeah, those are pretty. They just get real messy and they take over everything, as you could see. My girls were complaining about the jungle. And the other thing is, because what am I going to make for dinner tonight? I'm making chicken and dumplings. Because I cooked chicken in the the pressure cooker yesterday. And it does such a great job and makes such great broth that I'm going to make chicken and dumplings. So I still got to pick that apart and make the dumplings and season it a little more, do it up good. So, I lost my train of thought. I was saying something. It's gone. Chicken and dumplings. I'll be right over. You like chicken and dumplings, Jerry? It's one of my favorites. I like the baking powder dumplings. You know, the kind that puff up. A lot of people make the noodle type dumplings. I like the baking powder dumplings, where you put them on top and they poof. Yeah, those are my favorite. So, let me see if the chat's still here. Hey, Grizz. And Sherry's here. The Boobie's here. The grandma of sweet little Kaylee is here. Yeah, those orange flowers, they're very prolific. Oh, I know what I was going to say. They attract the bees big time. So I wanted to have those orange flowers for pollinators' sake, and butterflies, they're usually covered all over with butterflies and bees. But as we were walking through my walkway, they were really, all the flowers were hanging over, and you were really brushing up against the bees and everything. Thankfully, they were docile. No one got stung. But it was getting to be a jungle out there. So I'm putting them out in the backyard, and it should help with the plants in the backyard, all my veggies out there. And my fruit trees. I've got a dozen fruit trees out there. How's the poison ivy? Did you get rid of it? Well, I'm about to pull the plastic off the fence. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Although tomorrow's my husband's birthday. He's got to stay late after work. So I think I can work in the yard tomorrow. I'm still having to bake a cake and things like that. But I don't see any peeking out from the plastic. And this time of year it tends to kind of go away a little bit anyway. Although I got to be careful of the vines that are still there. So it's not going to be gone, like the roots in the ground. It'll come back in the spring. So the main reason for draping that plastic over it, although I would love to have baked and killed it, is so I could work in my garden and not brush up against it. Hello from Indiana, says Linda Wagner. Welcome, Linda. Glad to have you here. All right. My mom was Bubby, not me. Aw. I know. Your husband says you're Bubby too. Well, okay. All right. Sherry, if you just want to be, do you go by Nana? Maybe she goes by Nana. I think that's what she told me before. They are my favorite too. I'm not sure what she's talking about, if it's chicken and dumplings or what, but yeah, I love chicken and dumplings. So I'll be making that. All right, I'm trying to go through the list again. Now Maria stops in. I think she's working though. She's telling me she never notices I have glasses on, so I want to tell her when I'm doing the live stream I have to wear my glasses because I have to see. All right. Da, 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 da. Oh, have to go, Laura. All right, love. Thanks for stopping by. Cher's the best. Yeah, she is. She's a sweetie. I call my Dylan Bubby. Yes, I'm Nana. Okay, what does he know? Her husband, who says she's a Bubby too. I think he means you're a wonderful grandmother, and so you deserve the title of Bubby too. But I know you have sentimental reasons for saying your mom is the Bubby. Poison oak here is my friend. It punishes trespassers hiking on my property. I guess that would be true. Right. Bubby is Yiddish for grandma. That's true. As Sherry would know. That fish you grilled today looked like a mermaid on the grill. I missed that one. As long as it didn't look like a kitty on the grill. He's always threatening that. But I don't believe him. Not for a second. Okay, well, that's all I wanted to say, really. If we don't have any topic to discuss, I won't tell Dylan that part. Yeah, he might not appreciate that. He's a Jewish grandma. But do you have a ladder to get up into your cupboards? Okay, I'm only 5'3". This is true. I have a step stool that's like this, and then I have people I call if I need something from the top shelf. I can just barely reach the top shelf. But I'm glad that I did this with my cabinets. When I redid my kitchen, thank you, Allison. Yes, my husband's birthday is tomorrow. Now I'm talking about two different subjects here. These cabinets used to be shorter and then have this closed-in area on top of them that was just wasted space. So I like having them all the way to the ceiling like this because I can store things up there I don't need too often. It works well. I agree with you, Sherry. My husband's a wonderful man. I'm getting blessings for sticking with him all these years. He's turned into quite a guy. So, thank you for that. And I'll tell him you said so. He's pretty fun, too. He's got to work late tonight. He's a teacher yet. I think he should make a video with you. He's not a YouTube fan, and he doesn't like putting himself out there. The funny thing is, he's really personable, and he loves entertaining people and talking, and he'll walk up to anybody and talk to them. But he likes to know who his audience is. You know, he feels more secure. He doesn't have a lot of confidence, and he likes to be able to read the reactions of people. So, am I making a birthday dinner tomorrow? I'm sure I will. I'm not sure what yet. But I'll definitely make him a cake. I think he's a looker. I think he's pretty cute. I do. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry says my husband's a looker. Yeah. I think he's pretty cute. So, yeah, I'll be making him some kind of dinner tomorrow. Unless he chooses to go out. Once in a while, he'd rather go out. But, actually, the family is coming on Saturday to celebrate. Yeah, I heard that, Grizz. Not to bathe in hot water after being around poison ivy. Nice bandana you have on there. Isn't it, though? Did y'all hear? Sherry's granddaughter made this for me. And Sherry brought it to the homesteading conference. I said it earlier, but if you got on later, this beautiful bandana was made by Sherry's granddaughter, Kaylee. And she's made me another one and also sent me other bandanas. So, yep, I agree, Sherry. It's a really nice bandana. Hi, Little Green Acres. Glad you're here. All right, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Noah's Ark. Hi, Noah. The cold water keeps your pores closed and the dish soap cuts the oils off. Another thing I heard about poison ivy was that it isn't even so much the soap you use to get it off, it's the scrubbing you do. I saw a good demonstration of that once, where a man took axle grease and he rubbed it on his hands so you could see all the black grease sticking. And he said, although the oil from the poison ivy, and I can't pronounce what it's called, but it sticks to your skin like that, but you can't see it. So he used the axle grease to kind of demonstrate what it does. And he washed his hands real good with soap and rinsed them real good. And he went like this, and you could see streaks of it like between his fingers and here and there, some thicker, some thinner. And then he took a washcloth and he scrubbed his hand, even with no soap, and it scrubbed it all off. And he said that's what it's like with poison ivy, that if you're exposed, you should scrub down good with terry cloth or some kind of a abrasive towel or something, because it will take more oil off than just the soap and water. And it's that leftover oil that starts sinking in that makes you break out. And some people think that it's spreading when maybe it's not spreading, but that the depth of the oil in the skin comes out at different times, or you touch yourself with what's still on your skin, you don't realize it's there. We get it real bad here, all of us. We get it real bad. We get it on your face, your eyes are swollen shut, and it's everywhere. Not a pleasant thing. Thankfully, we haven't had it in a few years, even though it grows all over my fence, because I avoid it. And like this year, I covered it up. Bonnie Berry. Did you do the beef stew in the Instant Pot? I still haven't used mine. I did not. I haven't done that yet. I will. I'm not going to promise when, because I'm not good at following through on when I think I can do something. Life happens and I don't get to it. But I will one of these days. I'll do one. You're welcome, Green Acres. It's a gorgeous day here in Florvilla, Georgia. Wish we could have tea together. I wish we could too, Katie. That would be sweet. All right. Yep, Bev from Half Acre Homestead said she was going to be in Michigan and she was looking for people that wanted to meet up. So if you watch Half Acre Homestead and would like to meet up with Bev, you can go to her channel and figure out when she's doing that. McCrae family, hello. I don't think I said hello to Crazy Raven. I answered her question, but hello. Okie dokie. If I missed you, I'm sorry. The print is this big. And I can barely see it. I should have it talk to me. Okay. I'm going to the end. Air fryer. My mom has had an air fryer for a month and has not used it yet. I want to get one of those. I got it on my wish list for Christmas. I'm finding out that having 7 grown kids is starting to pay off. Because I can make out a Christmas list and usually get what I put on it. Is that terrible? Probably. Okay. Gas is rather harsh. I missed that. Somebody saying they use gas for poison ivy? I didn't see that part. Okay. When working around poison oak, I wash my arms and hands frequently. Oh, there it is, with gasoline. I haven't had poison ivy in 30 years, and it's all over here. Yeah, and I bet you get 40 miles to the gallon, too, right, Chris? Allison loves her air fryer. Well, welcome, Laurel. Glad to have you here from British Columbia. Found me thanks to living on a dime. Yes, Tara's been very sweet about sharing different people's channels on there. And Noah's Ark says when she gets something new, she can't wait to use it. I'm assuming that's a she. There's a man and a woman there, Noah's Ark, but I don't know which one is commenting. Just getting my supper on. Roast beef, potato, squash, and gravy. Yum, yum. Did you get all that gardening done? I haven't done more today. That was yesterday that I finished it up. And I was going to go out back and do out back, but I had to clean in the house today because we got family coming, and I had neglected it all yesterday doing the outside work. Ah, Jody, air fryer works well with healthy eating plan. I need to get one. That's what I want to get it for. My daughter, Jonna, has an air fryer. She's the one who first told me about it. And she's lost a lot of weight. And she cooks a lot with her air fryer. Said it really helped. So now someone told me it's almost the same thing as a convection oven. Is that true? I mean, what's the differences? Because I have a toaster oven that has a convection blower on it. And I'm wondering how much they're the same. Okay, Noah's Ark is a female. Exactly. Jody Malm. Jody Malm is my sister. Now, you may have heard me talk about Jody and her crocheting. She's the one who helps me out with my crocheting a lot, and she has an Etsy channel called Jody's Rags to Riches. Did you change the name, Jode, yet? You were thinking about doing that. That was funny. Uh-oh. I don't know what was funny. I love Tara and her family, yes. BanDana Gramma, did you see that small fruit market on your way home on Saturday? No. I wish I did because I want to get a bushel of apples. Where was it? Where was it, Sherry? Or did you mean in the parking lot of... No, that was someplace else. That was up in Centerville. I'm not sure where you mean. Hi, Susie, sister. No, she's not going to change her name. Okay, so when Jody has things in her Etsy shop, it's Jody's Rags to Riches in Etsy. Hi, Grandma. So happy. Glad you're here. Yes, just smaller and quicker since it's a small area. You talking about a convection oven thingy, Sherry? Ollie's had a good deal on air fryers. I saw Sherry. Sherry shared a little blurb on her channel about a link to an air fryer that was a really good price, and I put that one on my wish list. Thank you. So happy. Oh, about 20 miles outside of Warrington. Didn't see it. I really wanted to buy a bushel of apples, too. What kind of cake are you making your hubby? He requested chocolate, so I'll be making chocolate. he is not the least bit fussy. As long as it's kind of moist, he's happy. He can have a box mix and he's in heaven. I can slave over making a fancy one and, you know, he'd be just as happy with a box mix as long as it's not dry. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about trying the sinful double chocolate cake that Tara had in her Dining on a Dime cookbook, just to try something different. That's what we did. We purchased a half bushel of Rayburn apples, which are now all in 3 pots cooking down to applesauce. I saw the picture of your applesauce. I love making apples and applesauce. Okay, if there ain't nobody live streaming at 6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern, I'm going to do a live video. Does anybody know if there is a scheduled show at that time? 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. I don't know, Grizz, myself. Yep, Tara has a good cookbook. Well, happy birthday to your daughter, Katie. I don't know when the Pratts do theirs. I'm not good keeping it in mind who does what when. I should write it down. I found a red air fryer on Amazon. Yeah, I do love red for the kitchen. I found a red, I think the link that Sherry showed me with a good price, it was red too. I don't know where it was from. I don't remember what store it was from. Blue is my favorite color, but for my kitchen I like red. Yes, it had a black one and a red one. That's what I thought. Yeah, and I put the link to the larger one, and I chose red for the color. I'm just hoping that by the time they get around to buying Christmas gifts, it's still on sale because it was a really good price. $69.99. I think that was about it. It was over five quarts, I think. Now I will be researching them. Yep. Red to match your kitchen. Exactly. And those who haven't seen my kitchen, let me show you. Last time I showed it, it was a total disaster, so I got to show you when it's not so bad. Okay. Let's see if I can turn the camera around. Yeah. Okay. This kitchen was remodeled like 4 years ago. It was very small and dingy with dark brown cabinets and it was just too small for our family. So I raised my family in the small kitchen, and then when they were all out of the house, I went ahead and built myself, had my kitchen renovated and took out a wall and made it bigger. I got my microwave and stove on Craigslist. Oh, and I got to show you this. My sister Jody, who's on. See this? Jody painted it. Isn't that beautiful? This was an old gray metal tray I'd gotten at an auction in a box full of stuff. And it was all beat up and ugly. And I gave it to Jody and asked her to paint it for me. And she painted it. Yep. She did a beautiful job. I love it. So, I love my sink. And you see me all got, my accoutrements are red. And my table and chairs are what I designed the kitchen around. These are 1940s table and chairs. I recovered the chairs. I recovered the seats myself. The backs used to be all this, but they were worn right down to the wood up here. So I had them cut the middles out and then recovered the tops for me. I was afraid to try it myself. So here's my table with polka dots. You know I love polka dots. And it came with a matching hutch. This was found in a local antique store. So that's what my kitchen was designed around. I fell in love with this set, this table and chair set, recovered the chairs, and then chose everything for my kitchen to match it. Let me turn around the camera again. I think. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let me back it up so I don't miss anything. All right, I'm going to have to get close so I can see it. I've been incorporating red into my kitchen. It was Grandpa's favorite color. That's so happy. I want German chocolate, okay. Discover Daily Deers. That's the one that have, if that's the one you posted, that's where I requested it from. I put it on my list. Okay, pretty tray. Very nice, Jody. It is. It's a beautiful tray. Daryl has been nonstop editing footage since the conference. I believe it. Oh, Allie, you're sweet. Thank you. Okay. Part-time Burmese. That's a pretty kitchen. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna. There's a bug that got in here. A fly, I think. Okay, I'm not going to stay on any longer. I'm going to get off now, make my chicken and dumplings, and maybe clean up the living room and dining room. I got to get those done. When I started doing one-stroke painting, I painted anything that didn't get away from me. I think Jody did that for a while too, but now she pretty much crochets all the time. I think she'd crochet her husband to the chair if he didn't move. Okay, goodbye everyone. Thanks for coming by. And Kaylee, thank you for my beautiful bandana that you painted so beautifully. I love it. Goodbye everyone.